Are you an overworked, overwhelmed, frustrated, and/or underpaid business owner or sales professional? Well, if you are, look no further. Hi, I'm Lisa Thomas, and that was me just a few years ago. I was frustrated trying to figure out how to build my client pool while serving my existing clients and keeping up with day-to-day operations. Ultimately, I wanted to make more money, so I was stuck wondering how to do it. You know, a lot of you can relate to that, right? Feeling frustrated, trying to figure out how to go to the next level, and not really knowing how to do it, but knowing that you're capable of doing it. That can be a frustrating thing. My husband and I spent countless hours exploring and researching ways to keep clients coming. Now, I was empowering women worldwide through our online publication, an internet radio show, and even coaching clients all at the same time. It was a lot of hours. Something had to give if I were to build a lucrative business. There was no way I could cause that publication and be an internet radio show host and coach clients at the same time. And I had learned so much with one contract where I was responsible for a multi-million-dollar company's operations. I had also managed to transform the lives of 2,000 people through a website providing relationship tips and coaching. I'd coached senior level management within large corporations like American Express and some of the local TV stations, as well as nonprofit organizations, attorneys, doctors, and successful business owners. So I knew I had something to offer the world. I just didn't quite know how to increase my client pool without all the stress, the long hours of work, and the money I needed to invest in advertising and promotion. So I was getting sick of the routine of getting them and delivering the coaching and having to do it all over again. It was crazy. It was like as soon as I would acquire a client and I would serve the client, it's time again to get another client. And so it's kind of hard being in the consulting, coaching, and training world when you have to deliver as well as acquire clients. So when we came up with the strategies I'm going to share with you, my life and business shifted in so many ways. And the good news is it can for you too. Now, there are 7 key marketing strategies that increased my bottom line. And I'm going to tell you about the 7 key and critical marketing strategies that will yield both profitable results and personal peace of mind. In fact, using these strategies, I've been able to triple my income in just about 4 months. My cash flow in 4 months. I was able to do that in 4 months. Now, I'm showing you, this is my car. This is my Jaguar. I love it. I love to drive it. It's a fun car to drive. And I've just had fun with it. So when I first purchased the car, I realized how much high maintenance it is. It's expensive to maintain. And so it was a challenge to do that with the income I had at the time. Now, obviously, I don't have any problems driving the car. The car is now mine that I own. But what's really cool is just a few months ago, I took the car in to be serviced, and it needed 4 new tires. In fact, the gentleman said, "Miss Thomas, your car needs some tires. To continue to drive on these would be dangerous. So we need for you to consider purchasing 4 new tires." I said, "Hey, great, go ahead and put them on. I need to be in a safe car." And he did, and I paid cash for the tires. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but there was a time when I could not pay cash for the tires. Not only did I pay cash for the tires, but I also paid cash for all of the maintenance that day on my Jaguar. So those are the type of things that I can now do that create the freedom and peace that I know a lot of you want. Before, I was working real hard and not being paid for what I thought I was worth, and I was frustrated, wanting to give up on my passion. As a matter of fact, I thought about giving it up, getting a job, and doing what I love on the side. And if that's you, stop and opt in to receive the next video. Because really, this can be you. You see this young lady jumping and dancing in the rain of money? Now, while this isn't just about the money, this is about her freedom. Because increasing your bottom line will give you the peace of mind and freedom and joy that you see that she's having. So consider, at the very least, if your business is not just about money, consider the freedom and peace of mind that you'll have by implementing a few key strategies that I can talk to you about. Now, here's some other results. I went from a few clients to a waiting list. How many of you listening to this just want some more clients, much less a waiting list, right? So I have a waiting list now of people who want to hire me that I can call. I had to create a new system for following up with prospects because I had too many for my old system. Again, how many of you want a prospect pool that you can't even follow up with? Now, that's another positive problem. So we've created ways to do that. But I'm just saying, it would be a great opportunity for you to be in a space where you have more prospects than you can follow up with. Now, by just tweaking one strategy, I was able to double my prospects in less than 90 days. Less than 90 days. Less than 90 days. This group of people that you see here, this wonderful, diverse group of people, are some of my prospects. These are some of my ideal clients. And how would you like to be in front of your ideal client, sharing your services to a captive audience? See, that's me. That's me right there. In front of about 50 of my ideal clients. Actually, it was more than 50 that day. I think it was well over 50. I was able to create a system for literally standing in front of 50 of my ideal clients. And the strategies that you're going to learn about once you opt in is going to help you be in front of 50 or more of your ideal clients. You want to start maybe a little smaller than 50, but I can definitely teach you how to do it. I was able to spend more time with family and my nieces, nephews, my goddaughter. Whereas before I would only see them during special occasions. I now see them once a month. See, there's me. There's me. My nephew Xavier. He's just adorable. Now those are my priceless moments. Before I was so tied up, so bogged down, if you will, in trying to figure out how to expand my business that I didn't have these kind of precious moments. And when Xavier was born in October and I had mastered the strategies, I was just so excited and pleased that I had, because he has made it all worth it. These strategies afford me these kind of special moments. I can take more vacations, I'm able to spend quality time with my husband, John. In fact, I'm finding that I'm more in love with him now than ever. So if you're out there, realizing that you spend so much time in your business, all of your time is consumed, all of your thoughts, all of your emotions, all of your spirit is consumed by your business, trying to figure it out or serve the clients that you have, then you certainly may not be spending quality time, intimate and connected time with your spouse, partner, family, or even friends. So just learning these strategies for that benefit is certainly worth it. And this is a view from the hotel that John and I spent quality time in at Myrtle Beach this year. Now, I really do treasure those moments now. I find that I'm more fulfilled in life and feel a sense of happiness and peace. If I hadn't mastered the strategies I talk about in the videos, I definitely would be suffering about my business, wondering if I was cut out to be prosperous. Like questioning my worth and my value. And while I'd made money, I knew I wasn't making enough to have the life I dreamed about. And how many times do we hide behind the shame of failure? We find it difficult to admit that we don't know how to go to the next level, whatever the next level is, or we're ashamed to admit that we don't know how to have the life that we so feel we deserve. And we suffer in silence because we think we should know. We should know better, or we should just know. And we don't. And I'm grateful that the strategies that I've learned has afforded me freedom, a whole lot less struggle, and lots more ease about my business. So watch the videos, learn, and grow. And if you know you're not getting any of these results in business, opt in and find out how to make more money with less stress and effort. You know, the cool thing is no one has to know you're learning but you, because you get to do it online. And hey, you might just find that you have time for other things that you're passionate about. Look, that's me. That's me again. Look. I got on the gloves this time. So, I thought I'd have a little fun because most people always see me in the suit, in the business suit or the business attire. And this was one of the days that I had an opportunity to just play and have fun with my photographer at the boxing ring. Of course, I still have on my slacks and a t-shirt, but I have on the gloves, It was a fun moment to say, you know what? Put the gloves on. Fight for what you want. Fight to have the things that you dream about. But you don't have to fight hard, because there are some things and steps that you can take that I've actually already figured out for you. So join me. Life is so much more fun on the other side of knowing what I know now. And life is going to be so much more fun for you. Take action. Sign up. And I can't wait to hear about your results. So I look forward to talking with you a little bit later and helping you take your business to the next level. Remember, the power lives within you, and it's always been there. Bye for now, and make it a passionate day.